I suppose it's not quite what people would expect from Roger Daltrey's solo album.
No, my solo albums were always a hobby, but I've taken this one seriously.
Roger Daltrey is an English singer, songwriter, actor, and film producer. He is co-founder and the primary lead singer of the rock band The Who. The Who are considered one of the most influential rock bands of the 20th century, selling over 100 million records worldwide. As a member of the band, Daltrey received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the British phonographic industry in 1988 and from the Grammy Foundation in 2001. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1990 and the UK Music Hall of Fame in 2005.
Pete was an alcoholic, later a drug addict. John was an alcoholic, cocaine addict. Moon was an anything addict.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Roger Harry Daltrey CBE, but he's also known as Dip and Duchess. He was born on 1 March 1944 in East Acton, London, England, making him 76 years old at the time of this production. He stands 1.68 meters or 5 foot 6 inches tall. Roger Daltrey's biggest hobby is trout farming. The Who frontman owns a trout farm in East Sussex and has been a vocal critic of the EU's fisheries policy over the years. In 2017, Daltrey opined that a dead dog could have defeated Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. In 2018, he denounced the Me Too movement, saying, "I find this whole thing so obnoxious. It's always allegations and just salacious crap." All of The Who's Encore series profits go to young people's charities. Daltrey was instrumental in starting the Teenage Cancer Trust concert series in 2000, with The Who actually playing in 2000, 2002, 2004, 2007, and 2010. Daltrey played solo in 2011 and in 2015 as The Who. The annual concerts have raised over £20 million. Daltrey has an allergy to cannabis that affects his singing voice. When secondhand marijuana smoke from an audience has impacted his performance, he's been known to pause the concert to request that people not smoke it, with bandmate Pete Townsend even threatening to end the show if they don't comply. Daltrey has stated that he's never taken any hard drugs. Daltrey's been married twice. In 1964, he married Jacqueline "Jackie" Rickman, and later that year the couple had a son, Simon. They divorced in 1968. In 1967, another son, Matthias, was the result of his affair with Swedish model Elizabeth Aronson. In 1968, he met Heather Taylor, a model who was born in the UK, living with her grandmother at the time, and the subject of the 1967 Jimi Hendrix song Foxy Lady. Daltrey and Taylor were introduced by her friend, who knew she was down after a recent breakup. Daltrey and Taylor have been married since 1971 and have 3 children together: daughters Rosie Lee, born 1972, and Willow Amber, born 1975, and a son Jamie, born 1981.
Did it feel like you were going to change music history?
There was something about our rhythm, the rhythm that the 4 of us made, that was always spiky.
Roger Daltrey is one of 3 children of Harry and Irene Daltrey. Daltrey's father, who at the time was fighting in the Second World War, came home a few years later. Daltrey attended Victoria Primary School and then Acton County Grammar School along with Townsend and Entwistle. He showed academic promise in the English state school system, ranking at the top of his class on the 11+ examination that led to his enrollment at the Acton County Grammar School. Daltrey made his first guitar from a block of wood in 1957, a cherry red Stratocaster replica, and joined a skiffle band called the Detours, who were in need of a lead singer. They told him that he had to bring a guitar, and within a few weeks he showed up with it. When his father bought him an Epiphone guitar in 1959, he became the lead guitarist for the band. Soon afterwards, he was expelled from school for tobacco smoking. Townsend wrote in his autobiography, "Until he was expelled, Roger had been a good pupil." Just after leaving grammar school in 1963, he formed a skiffle band called the Detours, then had the unusual instincts, at such a young age, to gather together players who would later become The Who. Daltrey on vocals, John Entwistle on bass, and Pete Townsend on lead guitar. In 1965, they added drummer Keith Moon, and the fabulous lineup was complete each band member bringing something different to the table. Townsend's art school sensibilities, Daltrey's down-to-earth interpretation, and Entwistle and Moon's skill as performers. They were first noted for their deafening shows and for smashing their instruments in ferocious displays of auto-destructive art, but went on to show chart success through original songs written by Townsend and the more humor-oriented Entwistle. Townsend wrote the first rock mini-opera for their second album, and after their first tour of America, the band presented the full-length rock opus Tommy, which shattered barriers and established The Who as a major force in the world of music. Daltrey released his first solo album in 1973 and followed that with a number of solo chart successes. He also established a stage and film career after starring in the movie Tommy, 1975. After the death of drummer Keith Moon, Daltrey turned to film production with the drama McVicar, 1980. The band continued to perform sporadically with different drummers and John Bundrick on keyboards, but returned to full force in the 1990s with the addition of Zach Starkey on drums. Though Townsend is noted as the songwriter and lead guitarist of The Who, Daltrey remains the one who drives their performances. His energy and stage presence established The Who at the monumental Monterey Pop, Woodstock, and Isle of Wight music festivals, and his instincts for production carved their path through the era of stadium rock. The filmography of musical performances stand as the best evidence of Daltrey's brilliance as both a musician and a stage performer. Roger Daltrey's net worth is $85 million. Roger Daltrey of The Who purchased Holmhurst Manor in 1970. It's a Jacobean country house located near Burwash in East Sussex, England. The house is built of brick with stone dressing and has 20 rooms and 7 bedrooms. It features a tile roof, clustered chimneys, stone fireplaces, stained glass windows, oak paneling, and a gallery 70 feet in length. Daltrey maintained the Jacobean style of the house, but also installed a sauna and Persian carpets. In the mid-1970s, Daltrey designed and built Lakedown Fishery on the manor farm and also installed a recording studio in one of the barns. The grounds include a number of outbuildings, including 2 oast houses meant for roasting hops as part of the process for brewing beer, and a granary which Daltrey converted to a garage. Two classic cars owned by Roger Daltrey are a 1966 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3 Sports Saloon and a 1979 Aston Martin V8 Volante. He also owns a bespoke Rolls-Royce Wraith and a Lotus Evora S.